Alrighty, I want to talk to you today about, are you doing everything that you could be doing to maximize the traffic that you have going to your website, going into your business, and ultimately the money that you're actually earning? Traffic equals money. And a lot of the times I'm seeing people, not hitting the income that they're hoping to in their businesses, but are not taking advantage of all of the traffic sources that they could be using. Now, disclaimer, I have 2 young children, if you haven't heard them already, at home currently with positive COVID, so I do apologize for the background noise. Recording this on a Saturday morning in isolation. What fun! So please forgive me for the beautiful little sound effects of my sick kids in the background. So what I want to show you here is my Google Analytics report. Google Analytics is a completely free tool that you can be using in your business. It connects to your website and it gives you some amazing data in regards to where your traffic is coming from, the keywords that people are using to get to your site in the first place, the demographics, where people live, how old they are, whether they're male, female, all kinds of juicy data that's going to help you do much better marketing. But I really want to just talk about the most simple part here of marketing in general. And that is that there are many different ways that you can actually direct people to your website and therefore to your products and services that you're selling. Now, organic search is by far what has earned me the most amount of money and customers and in my business and students in my courses. I currently, at the time of filming this is March, we just moved into April, my lord, it's April 2022. I have currently just over 150,000 student enrollments in my courses from 181 countries. And the majority of these have all come from pure organic marketing. Meaning that, and in fact, I can give you a figure, it's approximately 12,000 of those 150,000 came from paid ads at the time of recording this. So you can see how just with those actual numbers in my business alone, organic marketing has for me not only been the most valuable return on my investment, the longest serving sort of stream of customers that pour in, but it's actually the largest source of the traffic within my business. Well over 50% of my paying customers have come to me through my free content that I put out online. So by organic search, what we mean by this, if this is new to you, is people going to Google or other search engines, typing in queries, how to do this, how to do that, what ways to do this, what ways to do that. And my content is what's coming up in their search results, such as my blog posts, my YouTube videos. And that is sending them back to my site, which then gives them options to opt into my free lead magnets, which is then obviously what gets them on my email list, and they eventually become paying customers. So without having things like blogs, without having things like YouTube videos, without doing live streaming regularly, without constantly creating content that gives me an online presence and therefore puts me in search results, I would not have over 50% of my income. This is earning me 50% plus of my income. So if you're not spending time creating organic content, you're potentially missing out. You're only earning half of what you could be. You can double your income potentially by creating organic content. It does not cost you anything to create blogs, right? It might take half an hour of your time, an hour of your time to produce one. But unlike the instant gratification of social media, where we, are looking for instant likes and instant feedback and instant money, this is something that people ignore because it does take some time. The older a blog post becomes, in essence, the more vintage and powerful and valuable it becomes, because the views, the hits, and the search traffic that go through that blog become vintage. They actually increase, they become cumulative, and they grow and work in our favor long, long, long after we've published that blog post. Unlike social media, that's kind of gone after a shelf life of about 48 hours. So I genuinely, to this day, I use my Google Analytics a lot to give me information about which of my blog posts are bringing in the most traffic. And it is in fact my blog posts that are more than 5 years old that still to this day bring in the majority of the traffic to my website. Something I wrote 7 years ago is still to this day not only earning me money, but bringing me in over 80% of my web traffic. I mean, how mad is that? That is how powerful blogs are. So please remember, you could literally double your income right now, your traffic and your leads, by starting to create organic content more regularly. Now, the other few things I want to point out here, social media. Now, anyone who follows me and knows me knows I am absolutely prolific on social media. Like, there's barely a group that I'm not active in that my target audience hang out. I post multiple times a day. And yet, right, it's only bringing in around 20% of my business. So this goes to show, if you are only focusing on your socials, and socials is the only way that you're getting customers at the moment, you could increase your business by up to 80% right now by adding in other forms of getting traffic, by communicating and growing an email list and communicating with them and sending them to buy your stuff through emails, right? You see here, about 10% of my traffic is my purchases on my website are actually coming from my emails. So emailing my people works. You can increase your sales by 10% if you're going to get the same numbers as me, of course, absolute, what's the word I'm trying to say here? My brain's gone mad. Disclaimer, that's the word. Lost my brain. I've got baby brain from being in isolation. Disclaimer, obviously you're not going to get the exact same results as me, but I wanted to kind of bring home that the principles here over the last 7+ years, these have obviously always slightly changed in their figures, but have been roughly the same kind of proportions. Organic search has always brought me in well over 50% of my traffic. Emails and socials definitely also bring in my traffic, but have always been that more kind of 20 to 30%, where organic has always been that 60 to sort of 80%. So again, if you're only focusing on socials, you are dramatically limiting the amount of traffic that you could be getting. Think about that. I know it might seem like a lot and there's a lot to do, but you really, really can very, very easily increase the amount of people that you're impacting and helping, and the amount of money that you're earning in your business by adding some other traffic sources to your bottom line. Not only that, but also increasing the sustainability and lowering the risks of your business too. I see way too many business owners looking for this instant gratification, looking for influencer status, focusing only on their social medias. They say one wrong word, post one wrong thing, or have one bitter, jealous competitor report a post, and they lose their whole accounts. They lose everything. Essentially, their entire business is gone with the click of a button at the discretion of a social media platform. And that's the only place they've been building their business, in this tiny little percentage over here. Guys, if you start focusing on building authority content in the forms of published work, books, blog posts, having videos and content out on the internet in more than one place, like social media platforms, your influencer status, quotation fingers are in the air right now, will dramatically increase over time. No, it's not as instant as social media, but it still makes a significant difference down the line. This is a long-term game. Those that see it as a long-term game and play the long-term game are the people that have the greatest success and ultimately end up dominating their industries as a respected leader in their field. So do everything. Don't just do one thing. To have true omnipresence and to have true sustainability in your business, make sure that you are using every traffic source available to you. Good luck.